Fashion isn't just about the runway, it's written on the streets, captured in timeless photos that reveal how style evolved through centuries. From Edwardian elegance to the daring flapper look, every era tells its own story of identity and culture. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell icon for more fashion history deep dives. Now let's get into the history of street fashion. A flapper girl. 1922. A candid portrait of a young woman in a long coat with fur collar, cloche cap, and early 1920s boots. A classic street snapshot showing the relaxed, boyish silhouette and modern accessories of the flapper era. Good museum-grade print with reproduction number in the catalogue. Paris street style at the races. 1910. Early examples of what became fashion street style. Well-dressed spectators at Parisian races, photographed by agency photographers, agents' role, etc. These images show Edwardian and early modern silhouettes, big hats, long coats, and the seedlings of modern haute couture street looks. Fifth Avenue Easter Parade, New York City. 1913. A bustling slice of Fifth Avenue's famed Easter Parade, where New Yorkers peacocked in their finest. Women's extravagant flower-laden hats and ankle-length coats contrast with men's top hats and morning coats. The street itself becomes a catwalk, early proof that street style predates magazines. Two Girls on Bicycles. 1910s. A candid amusement photograph showing young women on bicycles, capturing the new mobility and slightly relaxed skirt lengths that bicycles encouraged. The image shows the transition toward practical daywear for young women with shorter skirts, close-fitting jackets, and the first hints of looser female silhouettes that culminated in the 1920s. Men in different styles of clothes. 1920s. A set of candid studio images documenting men's street dress in the 1920s. High-waist trousers, short jackets, newsboy caps and fedoras, and the emergence of sporting or leisure fabrics. These images are great for comparing how class and profession shaped daily wear for men during the interwar years. Louis Stettner. 1950s. Stettner's commuter photographs capture post-war streetwear, conservative suits and hats for men, tailored coats and gloves for women, the classic mid-century smart city look. The photos are rich for comparing pre- and post-war fabric choices, hat usage, and how suburbanization began to shift daily dress. Men walking on sidewalk, New York City. 1900. Group of men in formal streetwear, bowler hats, frock coats, and high collars, captured mid-stride on a city sidewalk. The photo shows everyday urban menswear at the turn of the century and is useful for studying hat and coat shapes before the 1910s. A lady coming from the circulating library. 1781. A mezzo-tinte showing a fashionable woman leaving a circulating library. Bonnet, bustle, and layered skirts reveal late 18th century silhouette and social ritual of reading in public. The engraving captures how dress signaled class and leisure in urban life. Fashion plate set. 1770 to 1869. A bound series of hand-colored fashion engravings that chart changes in women's dress across a century. Tight waists, changing hemlines, and bonnet shapes show evolving tastes long before photographic street records. Costume Institute fashion plates, 1700s to late 19th century. Museum digitized plates used as references by tailors and readers. They show seasonally updated styles and accessories that shaped how people presented themselves on city streets between the 1700s to 1955. Early daguerreotype portrait. 1840s. A studio daguerreotype capturing a well-dressed individual in formal wear. Early photographic portraits preserved fabric textures, hat shapes, and grooming that were later echoed in street photography. Daguerreotypes document the transition from illustrated to photographed fashion. Paris street fashion postcard, 1895 to 1905. Chromolithograph postcards and street photographs show the S-shaped silhouette, walking skirts, and ornate hats. Paris as a center of visible modern street style during the Belle Époque. Breaker Boys, Ewan Breaker, Pennsylvania, 1908. A group portrait of young coal breaker boys in work clothes, caps, worn jackets, and heavy boots, documenting how work shaped everyday dress for working-class boys at the turn of the century. Excellent for contrast with middle-class urban streetwear. Rue Mouffetard, Paris, 1954. A lively street portrait of a boy carrying 2 wine bottles down a narrow market street. The image captures post-war Parisian street dress, rolled trousers, layered shirts, and sensible shoes, and the everyday gestures that define urban youth style. Clear, museum-quality gelatin print that shows fabric texture and footwear. Simone wears fashion by Venet, River Seine, Paris, 1963. This dramatic image by Melvin Sokolsky shows a model, Simone, gracefully posed by the River Seine in Paris for American Harper's Bazaar, March 1963. The photo captures the elegance and fluidity of the fashion of the early 1960s, blending glamour with a poetic setting. It symbolizes the era's shift toward more expressive and location-based fashion imagery. Carmen, Homage to Munkazi, coat by Candid, 1957, captured by Richard Avedon for American Harper's Bazaar. This energetic image shows a model mid-stride on the streets of Paris, coat billowing behind her, an homage to Martin Munkaci's spontaneous kinetic style. Shot in Place François Premier, the photograph embodies Avedon's cinematic free movement approach that revolutionized fashion photography in the 1950s. Street dress, Mohammedan woman, India, 1900. A clear portrait of a Muslim woman in street dress around 1900. The image shows draped garments and head covering with visible street background, illustrating how regional and religious dress norms shaped everyday public apparel at the turn of the century. Great for comparing South Asian street silhouettes to European and US fashions of the same era. Premet tailor suit, 1914. A formal street or studio photograph of a tailored women's suit, striped fabric from Paris fashion examples, showing the pre-war emphasis on tailored jackets and long skirts and the exact cut details of early 1910s suiting for women. The image is useful to see the transition from Edwardian full skirts toward more practical tailored garments. Curious glance in Kensington, 1906. A woman in early Edwardian attire captured mid-stride in Kensington turns curiously toward the camera. The candid shot reveals a moment of unexpected acknowledgement. It highlights the discreet, almost secretive nature of Sambourne's street photography. Strolling style in Paris, 1906. A fashionable Parisian scene where a well-dressed couple emerges from a carriage while 2 women cross a boulevard, skirts lifted against the dust. The image showcases the refined elegance and casual grace of early 20th century Parisian street fashion. Fashion among shadows. 1906 to 1908. An elegantly dressed woman, partially obscured in shadows, walks past brick architecture in Kensington. The interplay of light and framing casts a sense of mystery around her posture and costume. It underscores Sambourne's knack for composition and context. Walking pair, 1906 to 1908. Two women move side by side, their skirts and posture highlighting everyday street life. The Candid anonymous capture offers a genuine slice of Edwardian pedestrian fashion. The simplicity of their walk evokes authenticity in his street-style documentation. Toilettes à Auteuil, 1911. Three elegantly dressed women stand together by the trackside, captured in a candid moment that showcases daily couture worn at the Auteuil races. The posture and attire reflect how real women mingled at society events, blending formal fashion with graceful ease. Edmond Cordonnier, Toilette vous aux courses, 1904. This image captures women at the racetrack in their summer gowns, set against a natural outdoor backdrop. It emphasizes movement and real-life wearability of couture dresses in motion. Cordonnier's pioneering work brought outdoor, unposed snapshots into fashion publications like Les Modes. Vogue, Fashion Seen at Longchamp, 1914. Published in Vogue, this photo illustrates the emerging role of fashion journalism in capturing real street styles, particularly at Longchamp, where, if it's at Longchamp, it's new. It reflects the blending of reportage and fashion content in early 20th century magazines. Jacques-Henri Lartigue, Along the Bois de Boulogne, early 1900s and 10s, a candid scene of a well-dressed woman walking through Bois de Boulogne, offering a glimpse of everyday elegance. Lartigue, viewing his work as art rather than fashion, captured authentic movement and style outside formal events. Seberger Brothers, High Fashion Snapshots at Holiday Resorts, 1910 to 1917. Photographs depicting stylish women in outdoor leisure settings, such as seaside resorts, wearing the latest haute couture. The Seberger brothers sold such candid, fashionable snapshots to magazines including Vogue and Harper's Bazaar. Paul Martin, Girls in Cycling Bloomers on the Quay in Boulogne, 1897. A glimpse of fashionable women sporting practical sportswear, cycling bloomers by the quay. Martin's discreet street photography offers rare insight into late 19th century casual attire in everyday leisure settings. Jacques-Henri Lartigue, At the Auteuil Races, 1912. Lartigue captures racegoers at the French Auteuil races, where elegant hats and parasols make striking visual elements. The photograph highlights the era's societal emphasis on being seen and fashionable. Street-style photography by Edward Linley Sanborn, c. 1906 to 1908. One of the earliest examples of hidden camera street fashion photography, Sanborn captures unaware pedestrians, especially women, going about their day. These candid shots reveal how Edwardian women dressed for daily life rather than staged portraits. Unknown street photographer, garden party or society gathering. Early 1900s, a group of women at a garden or society event depicted in candid fashion photography. Their dresses, hats, and accessories blend social formality with relaxed outdoor settings, showing the versatility of fashion across environments. Fashionable women at Longchamp, early 1900s. An image showing elegantly dressed women at Longchamp Racecourse, representing the epicenter of Parisian fashion trends. The scene communicates the convergence of couture, leisure, and social spectacle in setting seasonal styles.